Welcome to this special summer travel edition of NCDOT Now. I'm Mike Charbonneau. Well, the sun is shining, the temperatures are rising, and before you know it, it'll be time to head off to your favorite vacation destination spot. NCDOT wants to help you get there safely and as quickly as possible. The Outer Banks is a destination for hundreds of thousands of tourists from around the world each year. With visitors coming and going, traffic along US 158 leading to the northern Outer Banks can get congested, especially on weekends. The westbound Wright Memorial Bridge has been reopened, making US 158 4 lanes now over the Currituck Sound. However, congestion in the area is still expected to be heavy as the season ramps up. To help you avoid traffic, the Outer Banks Visitors Bureau has developed a webpage full of tips and tricks for avoiding summertime traffic, including alternate routes. Learn more by visiting outerbanks.org/get to the Outer Banks faster. If your travel plans involve taking the ferry between Hatteras and Ocracoke Islands this summer, remember, the early bird catches the ferry. Consider going early in the day to avoid wait times. In general, there are minimal to no waits at the Hatteras Island ferry before 9 a.m., and on the Ocracoke side, there's usually no waiting before 2 p.m. Departure times on the Hatteras Inlet route and the frequency of ferry runs across the Pamlico Sound have also been adjusted to help accommodate residents and visitors this summer. For more information on ferry schedules and reservations, visit ncdot.gov/ferry. Further south along our coastline, travelers making their way to Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach, or the islands of Brunswick County need to be aware of some projects happening this summer. Lane closures on NC 211 in Brunswick County over Honey Island Swamp will be in place until the end of June. 3rd Street in downtown Wilmington is closed for bridge replacement between Campbell Street and Brunswick Street, with alternate routes available for this heavily traveled area. And some traffic shifts will be in place on the US 1774-76 Causeway project later this summer. Visitors headed to and from the Battleship North Carolina are reminded to be aware and expect some possible delays. If you're headed to the mountains instead this summer, we've got you covered in the west too. Work is continuing on the widening of US 321 through Blowing Rock. No traffic stops will take place until later this month. However, motorists can expect temporary lane shifts just south of the Tanger outlets. Drivers are reminded to pay close attention in a construction zone and obey speed limits. And if you're headed off to the Smokies, slow down on Interstate 40 near the Tennessee borders. Workers there are getting ready for a project to reduce the risk of rock slides. Starting June 10th, traffic will be shifted and one lane closed in each direction between mile markers 6 and 8 for about 3 weeks. The westbound on-ramp at exit 7 to access the Pisgah National Forest is closed. Detour signs are in place to help you access the forest. The North Carolina Welcome Center just beyond the construction area will remain accessible, giving you a place to stretch your legs, walk the dog, and get travel information. Work is gearing up on the I-40 Fortify project in Raleigh, and if your summer plans take you to or through the triangle on I-40, you need to plan ahead and be aware of the possible impact. There are signs in place in several locations now helping travelers avoid going through the work zone by using alternate routes such as I-540. You can always know before you go by visiting the project website, fortifync.com. There you'll find the latest project updates, traffic cameras, information on alternate routes, and other tips and tricks to help you get around the work zone. And finally, as you get in the car to go anywhere this summer, NCDOT's Governor's Highway Safety Program wants to remind you to buckle up. It's the law, and it can save your life. The Memorial Day Click It or Ticket campaign runs through the holiday weekend ending May 31st. Law enforcement officers will be out day and night enforcing Click It or Ticket for drivers and passengers who failed to buckle up. Statewide seatbelt usage by drivers and passengers has increased over the last year, but the ultimate goal is 100%. For additional information, visit clickitorticket.org. Well, that's it for this special summer travel edition of NCDOT Now. We'd love to hear your travel stories and see your travel photos throughout the summer. Share them with us as you stay connected with NCDOT on Facebook and Twitter. That's at NCDOT. And for all of us here at NCDOT, safe travels.